Things over to Mr. Steve Phillips, public address announcer here at Belfrey High School.
Very exciting basketball action. In our first game this evening, the Phelps Hornets will be taking on the Lewis County Lions. We'll have the starting introductions in just a moment, but first I'd like to rise for the pregame prayer, which will be delivered this evening by Bobby Barney of the Chatteroy Missionary Baptist Church. Remain standing for our national anthem, which will be sung by Miss Angie Blackburn, a Belfry graduate.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we're thankful for this day and your many blessings. We ask you just now that you would bless the proceedings in these games. You bless each player that he would play to the best of his ability. Bless each coach, each cheerleader, the referees, all those that make up the games that we're about to play. We ask you, Lord, that you'd bless them in a mighty way, that they would bring honor and glory to you. We ask you, dear Lord, in this season that we've just went through, that each one of us would be mindful of the reason of the season, that we would be like those wise men of old and seek out the baby Christ child before it's eternally too late. Again, dear Lord, we ask your blessings upon the spectators. We thank you for the safe journey that you gave each and every one of us to be here tonight. We ask, dear Lord, that after it's all over with, that you'd give us a safe journey back to our homes. And we ask this all in the name of Jesus Christ and for his sake. And amen.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Do that better every time, man.
Lay this down up here. You can.
And now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's first game. First, For the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Lewis County Lions. Starting at one guard, a sophomore, Austin Cooper. At the other guard, a junior, number 23, Chad Mefford. At the center position, a senior, number 32, Jimmy Sapp. Starting at one forward for the Lions, a junior, number 24, Jeff Blevins. And the other forward, a sophomore, number 40, Keith Prater. The head coach for Lewis County, Merle Kidwell. And now the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Phelps Hornets. Starting at one guard, a senior, number 41, Steve Lane. At the other guard position, a sophomore, number 12, Jason Sampson. At the center position for the Hornets, a senior, number 45, Daniel Lester. At one forward, a senior, number 3, Bud Sampson. And the other forward, a junior, number 21, Matt Mercer. The head coach for the Hornets is James Mercer. Your officials for this first game will be Dale Kahn and Wendell Wallen. The clock keeper is Mr. Amos Lowe, and the official scorekeeper, Bennett West.
Okay, and we're ready for the tip-off here in tonight's first game featuring the Lewis County Lions against the Phelps Hornets. As I said earlier, Lewis County enters the ball game with a record of 5-2. Phelps enters the ball game with a record of 4 wins and 5 losses. Referee Dale Kahn checks with the captains. Steps in to throw the ball up. Jumping for Phelps will be number 45, Daniel Lester, and for Lewis County, number 32, Sapp. Sapp quickly gets the tip up ahead to number 40, Prater, for the 2 points. Prater draws first blood. Lewis County comes out in the man-to-man press. Mercer beats the press on the dribble. Gets the ball into Lester, and as he goes up for the shot, he's fouled. Foul go against number 40, Prater. His first, team foul number 1. Going to the free throw line will be number 45, Daniel Lester, and he'll shoot 2. 7:44 remaining. Lewis County with a 2-point lead. Lester's first shot's on the way. It's good. And Lester's second shot's also good. So we have a tie ball game, 2-2.
Baseline.
Phelps comes out in the press, and Lewis County commits an early turnover. Lester from the free throw line, shot up no good. Tapped up twice by Mercer. Finally gets a rebound. Head fake, goes up off the glass, good. Matt Mercer working the offensive board and puts the ball in. Give Phelps a 2-point lead. 4-2, 7:15 remaining. Lewis County beats the pressure. Comes back out to number 32, Sapp, and Sapp travels with the ball. 7:10 to go. Phelps with a 2-point lead, 4-2.
Good job, man. Good job, man.
Lewis County still man-to-man, full court pressure. Mercer triggers inbound, gets it ahead to Jason Sampson. Sampson works against trouble. Triple team, now gets it out to Steve Lane. Lane sets his offense. He looks right side, Bud Sampson. Bud looks inside, now pulls it back out. Comes out front to Jason Sampson. He hands off to Lane, 6:54 to go. Lane calls his offense. Behind the back dribble, through the paint, shot up and good. Steve Lane splits the Lewis County defense, gives Phelps a 4-point lead, 6-2, 6:40 to go. Cooper on the drive, puts up a shot. It's partially blocked by Bud Sampson. Comes down to Mercer. Mercer pushes the ball quickly up the floor. Off-balance shot in the paint. It goes. Matt Mercer. And we have a quick timeout on the floor. 6:27 remaining. Lewis County calls their first timeout. So with 6:27 to go, we have a score 8-2. Phelps scored 8 unanswered points here to start the first quarter as Lewis County came out and got the opening tip for 2 points, and then after that it's been all Phelps. Pressure defense and running the ball up and down the floor. Scoring for Phelps right now, Steve Lane has 2 points, Daniel Lester 2 points, and Matt Mercer 4 points. 2 of Mercer's points came off the offensive glass where he got 3 tips, finally controlled the ball, put it up off the glass for the basket. 6:27 remaining, first quarter. Phelps leads 8-2. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Lewis County's ball. Phelps comes out this time in a 1-3-1 through a half-court trap. Triggering the ball for Lewis County, number 40, Prater. Ball goes into number 20, who just checked in, Moore. And Moore travels with the ball. Turnover, Lewis County, their second. And a long pass down floor to Bud Sampson, and Bud steps on the out-of-bounds line. Nope, check that, he travels. 6:11. 6:11 to go. Phelps still leads 8-2. 6-point lead, their largest of the ball game. Mefford goes in the corner to number 40, Prater, and he tries the entry pass into number 20, Rusty Moore, and throws the ball away. Another turnover, Lewis County, their third. Matt Mercer triggers the inbounds. Lewis County still in a man-to-man defense. Full court press. Mercer comes in to Steve Lane. Pass over to Bud Sampson. Lane throws it away. Picked off by number 23, Mefford. 8-4, 5:55 remaining. The ball comes into Lane. Up ahead to Bud Sampson. Cross court, Jason Sampson. Off balance shot and no good. Rebound pulled out there by Moore. He leaves it out to number 32, Sapp. Over to Moore on the left side. Back out to number 23, Mefford. Mefford sets his offense. Phelps in a 2-3 zone. Number 40, Prater. 21 feet on the left corner, no good. Mercer with the rebound. Up the lane. 5:25 to go. Lane on the drive. Has the ball knocked away. Goes to Sampson. Back to Lane. Back over to Jason Sampson. 12-footer on the left side, no good. Rebound comes out of the Rusty Moore. Mefford. 5:10 to go as he sets his offense. 8-4, Phelps leads. Goes over to number 40, Prater. Back to Mefford. He thinks about the 3. Now resets. Comes over to Prater. Back to Mefford. He fakes. Goes over to Prater. Prater on a drive. Now sets it back out to Mefford. 4:54 to go. Mefford looks inside number 32, Sapp. Get the ball into him. Goes off of the white team. Number 45, Daniel Lester touched it last. Good defense in there, interior defense by Matt Mercer and Daniel Lester, denying the inbound entry pass into the post. Blevins triggers the inbounds. To get it out to number 23, Mefford. He turned around from Sapp. Shot up, no good. Rebound tracked down by Blevins. Blevins on the drive, 8-footer off the right side. Good, off the glass. Jeff Blevins with his first 2 points of the ball game. Steve Lane over to Mercer. Against the pressure. Mercer, turnover, Phelps. Their fourth. Eight to 6. Phelps leads by 2. Ball comes into Mefford. In the corner to Blevins. Sapp at the free throw line. Now he backs it out. He had the open 12-footer, didn't take it. He goes cross court to Prater. Back to Sapp, top of the key. Over to Mefford, 21-footer, right wing. Good, write it down. Chad Mefford, give him 3 on the ball game. Our second lead change. Lewis County leads 9-8. And we have a foul on Lewis County's number 32, Jimmy Sapp. That'll be Jimmy's first foul. Team foul number 2. 3:59 remaining. Phelps trails 9-8. Be their ball. Under the Lewis County basket, comes into Bud Sampson. He tries to dribble through traffic, loses the handle. Comes up to number 24, Blevins. He has it taken away by Lane. Quickly up ahead to Lester. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Steve Lane kicks it out to Jason Stanson. 22-footer on the left wing, no good. And we have a rebounding foul on number 3, Bud Sampson. Be Bud's first foul, team foul number 1 of the first half. 3:42 remaining. Phelps still trails 9-8. Prater triggers the inbounds. He gets it into Sapp. Sapp double teamed by Mercer and Bud Sampson. Gets it up ahead to Mefford. Mefford cross court to Blevins. 21-footer left wing, no good. Rebound Mefford, shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes up again, blocked by Lester. Sapp gets a rebound, goes up, no good. Rebound Jason Sampson. 3:22 to go. Phelps trails 9-8. Lane calls his offense as he comes across the timeline. Right side, Jason Sampson, 23-footer up, no good. Rebound in there, number 20, Rusty Moore. He lives it out to Prater. Left side, number 24, Blevins for 3. 12-8. Lewis County takes their biggest lead of the ball game, 4 points. And the ball's kicked out of bounds by Sapp. Lewis County in a 1-2-1-1 zone press. Seems to be giving Phelps a little bit of trouble here. Ball comes into Bud Sampson in the middle. Jason breaks the pressure. Got Lane on the right side. Shot up and good. Steve Lane gets his 4th point of the ball game. Blevins triggers the inbounds. And we have a 5-second count against Phelps. Good defense that time by Phelps. As a good pressure defense pays off, Phelps gets a 5-second count on Lewis County. Bud Sampson triggers the inbounds, comes deep back to Steve Lane, back into the left corner. Sampson back to Lane, 23-footer on the wing, no good. Rebound, Mercer. Goes up, has the ball knocked away by Sapp. Mefford in control. He comes down, fakes the 12-footer on the right side, comes back to Sapp. Over to Blevins. In the corner to Cooper, shot up and no good from 22. Rebound, Daniel Lester. He goes out to Steve Lane, and there's a foul on the play by number 22, Austin Cooper. That'll be Austin's first foul. Team foul number 3. And the injured player on the floor is number 41, Steve Lane. Looked like he took a finger to the eye. So Coach James Mercer out, attending to Steve Lane, who looked like from this vantage point, Steve took a finger to the eye. Our scoring right now for Lewis County, Chad Mefford has 5 points. Jeff Blevins has 5 points. Keith Prater has 2 points for a total of 12 for Phelps. Steve Lane has 4. Matt Mercer has 4. And Daniel Lester 2 for a total of 10. Our score with 2:19 to go, Phelps 10, Lewis County 12. Each team's committed 4 turnovers. We've had 1 tie, 2 lead changes. Phelps' biggest lead has been 6 points. Lewis County's biggest lead has been 4 points. Nice round of applause for Steve Lane as he gets up off the floor. And that's from this vantage point, looks like what happened. Steve took a finger to the eye. May have lost a contact. Checking in for Phelps, number 23, James Dotson. He'll replace Steve Lane. So Steve goes to the bench to get some attention, get the contact back in. Ball comes into Dotson. He'll run the point for the Hornets. He works left side, Jason Sampson. Jason triple team, top of the key, finds James Dotson. Lester in the right corner, comes back out to Bud Sampson. Now goes James Dotson. He calls his offense. Jason Sampson, 23 feet on the left side, write it down. Jason Sampson for 3. Give Phelps a 1-point lead, 13-12, 1:50 to go. Mefford on the right baseline comes back out to Cooper. And Cooper travels with the ball as he had the wide open 20-footer. Probably should have taken it. Thought too long. And as he started his move, he traveled. And then we have an official's timeout as Dotson ties his shoe. 1:43 to go. Phelps 13, Lewis County 12. Our 3rd lead change of the game. Mercer to trigger the inbounds for the Hornets. He goes back to Dotson. Dotson walks the ball up. Lewis County plays a man-to-man defense on the half-court side. Dotson picks his dribble up. Now goes Jason Sampson. Nice entry pass into Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer got the 2 points, give the assist to Jason Sampson. Beautiful pass. Nice entry pass. And we have a timeout, 1:23 to go. In the first quarter, Lewis County calls their second timeout of the ball game. To keep from turning the ball over, Lewis County calls another timeout. With 1:23 to go in the first quarter, Phelps leads 15-12. So with 1:23 to go, our score, Phelps 15, Lewis County 12. Matt Mercer with 6 points. Steve Lane with 4. Jason Sampson with 3. Daniel Lester with 2. For Lewis County. Medford has 5. Blevins 5. Keith Prater 2. Phelps having no trouble on the offensive end, getting the ball deep inside to Mercer and Lester. So after the timeout, it'll be Lewis County's ball. They had to call the timeout to keep from getting a turnover. Phelps comes out man-to-man full-court press this time. Blevins triggers the inbounds. And we have another 5-second violation. That's another turnover, Lewis County. Their 5th, as I have it. Second 5-second violation. Bud Sampson triggers the inbounds. Comes deep into the corner, out front to Dotson. Back to Bud. He looks inside, comes back to Dotson. Cross court, Jason Sampson, 23-footer on the right wing, no good. Matt Mercer on for the rebound. He goes back up and he's fouled. Foul goal against number 32, Jimmy Sapp. That's Jimmy's second. Team foul number 4. Going to the free throw line will be number 21, Matt Mercer, the junior, shooting 2. Checking in for Lewis County, number 42, Kenny Clark. Mercer's first free throw is good. He'll have one more. 1:12 to go. Phelps out to their to a 4-point lead. Matt's second free throw's on the way. It's good also. Give him 8 on the ball game. 17-12. Phelps by 5. Cooper runs the offense. He goes in the corner. Ball knocked away by Dotson. Loose ball on the floor. Finally picked up in there by number 42, Clark. Comes back to Cooper between the circles. Phelps in a 1-2-2 press or check that defense. He goes over to number 20, Moore. Moore looks inside. Now comes back out to Medford. Medford fakes, drives the paint. Dishes out to Cooper. He goes back to Medford. Medford drives. Puts up a shot off the glass. Good. Nice move in there by Chad Medford. Give him 7 points on the ball game. Jason Sampson back to Matt Mercer. Up to Bud Sampson. 23-footer right wing, right it down. Bud Sampson for 3. His first points of the ball game. 20-14. Phelps with their biggest lead of the ball game of 6 points. 23 seconds remaining first quarter. Checking in for Lewis County, number 10, Seth Reeder. Reeder handles the ball. He comes over to Clark. In the corner to Medford. Cross court to Prater. Back to Reeder. Medford from 22 on the right wing. No good. Rebound taken out there by number 40, Prater, and he's fouled. Foul go, I believe, against number 23, James Dotson. That's James's first foul. Team foul number 2. 3.7 seconds to go. Phelps leads 20-14. Clark triggers the inbounds. He goes to Prater. Out to Medford, 23-footer. Shot up, no good at the end of the first quarter. Phelps, 20. Lewis County, 14. Scoring for Lewis County, Chad Medford with 7 points. Jeff Blevins with 5. Keith Prater with 2. For a total of 14. For Phelps, Steve Lane has 4. Jason Sampson, 3. Daniel Lester 2, Bud Sampson 3, Matt Mercer 8 for a total of 20. From the free throw line, the Hornets are 4 of 4, perfect 100%. Lewis County is yet to go make a trip to the free throw line. Lewis County has 5 turnovers unofficially, Phelps 4. We've had 3 lead changes, 1 tie. Phelps' biggest lead in the ball game has been 6 points, which it is right now, 20-14. Lewis County, their biggest lead of the ball game has been 4 points. So after the start the second quarter, under the alternating possession rule, it'll be Phelps' ball. On the floor for Phelps, we have number 23, James Dotson, 45, Daniel Lester, number 3, Bud Sampson, number 21, Matt Mercer, and number 12, Jason Sampson. And for Lewis County, we have number 23, Chad Mefford, number 42, Kenny Clark. Sampson on the left side. He goes into Lester, turn around from 14, good. Daniel Lester, 22-14. Phelps has an 8-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Blevins wide open on the right wing, shot up no good, tipped around. Mefford gets the rebound, goes back up, it's in there. Chad Mefford. Matt Mercer with the ball for the Phelps against the pressure. Goes back to Jason Sampson. Lewis County in the 1-2-1-1 press. Goes across to Bud Sampson. He walked, no call. 23-footer is good. Bud Sampson, 25-19. Phelps with a 9-point lead, their biggest lead of the ball game. Clark tied up. Now goes inside to Mefford. Shot up, no good. And he's fouled. Go against number 21, Matt Mercer. That's Matt's first foul, team foul number 3. Returning for Phelps, number 41, Steve Lane. Also checking in for Phelps, number 24, Davin Casey. He'll replace Daniel Lester as Lane replaces Dotson. 7:08 remaining, Phelps 25, Lewis County 16. Mefford will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. His first trip, first one's up and no good. He'll have 1 more. This is Chad's first trip and also Lewis County's first trip. Second one's in the air, it's good. 25-17, 8-point lead by the Hornets. Ball comes into Jason Sampson. Up ahead, Steve Lane, 3 against 2. Goes into Davin Casey, turn around, no good. Rebound cleared out there by Prater. Prater quickly down to Blevins. Had that Prater cutting to the basket, didn't get him. Come on. Mefford over to Blevins. 20-footer is good. Jeff Blevins give him his second 3-pointer of the basket of the ball game. Jason Sampson beats the pressure on the dribble, stops. Goes into Casey, he had the shot, should have taken it. And we have a turnover, Phelps, their 5th unofficially. And Lewis County returns the favor and turns the ball right back over to Phelps. 6:36 to go, 25-20, Phelps leads by 5. Bud Sampson triggers the inbounds. He comes deep to Steve Lane. Right wing to Sampson, fakes the 3-pointer. Drives, puts up a 14. Good, rebound Prater. Prater goes over to Reeder. Cross court to number 23, Mefford. Mefford on the drive, loses the ball out of bounds, last touch by Phelps. Returning for Lewis County, number 22, Austin Cooper. He'll replace Seth Reeder. And also entering number 4, Billy Howe. He'll replace Kenny Clark. Blevins triggers the inbounds. He comes into number 40, Prater. Shot no good, tipped out, tracked down by Mefford. In the corner to Blevins. Out to Prater, over to Mefford on the right wing. Over to Cooper, and Cooper's fouled by Jason Sampson. That'll be Jason's first foul. Team foul number 4. Each team with 4 team fouls. 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Phelps still leads by 5. Blevins triggers the inbounds. Comes into Prater. Back to Blevins. 21-footer on the way, right wing, no good. Rebound, Casey has it tipped away, picked up by Jason Sampson. Jason quickly up to Steve Lane, back to Jason. Wide open 23-footer, top of the key, rolled around, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Billy Howe. Over to Mefford, up ahead to Cooper. Cooper leads it to Blevins. The Mefford over to Cooper on the right baseline. Had the big boy open, didn't get it to him. Now goes to Mefford. Blevins on the left wing. Now finds Howell. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Mercer. Mercer, nice behind the back move. Shot up. But he's fouled on the floor before the shot.
Basket's good. Basket's good. Get out of here.
Foul was called on the floor by number 24, Jeff Blevins. His first, team foul number 5. Ball comes into Steve Lane, right back to Bud Sampson. Into Mercer, shot up, no good, and he's fouled. Foul go on number 4, Billy Howell, his first, team foul number 6. That'll send Matt Mercer back to the free throw line for 2 more. He was perfect his first trip, 2 for 2. 5:23 to go, 25-20. As the officials wait for Jason Sampson to tie his shoe. Mercer steps to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First shot's in the air. It's good. Matt 3 out of 3 from the free throw line. Phelps with a 6-point lead, 26-20. Matt will have 1 more. Second one's on the way. No good, off the back rim. Rebound comes out to Mefford. Quickly up to Cooper. Back to Mefford. Fakes the throwing footer. Drives the paint, and we have a blocking foul on number 24. Davin Casey. That'll be Davin's first foul. Team foul number 5. Returning for Lewis County, number 32, Jimmy Sapp. Jimmy returns with 2 fouls. 5:15 to go. 6-point lead by Phelps, 26-20. Blevins triggers the inbounds. He comes into Mefford. Out to Prater between the circles. Cooper out to Blevins in the corner. Back to Cooper. Back to Blevins. He looks inside to Sapp. Back out to Cooper. Cooper runs his offense. Phelps in a 2-3 zone. Goes over to Blevins. Into Sapp. Sapp double team. Comes back to Blevins. Blevins drives. Now leaves it to Cooper. Mefford drives. 8-footer off balance. No good. Rebound. Casey. Out to Jason Sampson. Phelps off and running. Quickly up ahead to Mercer. He loses the handle and travels with the ball. Phelps' 7th turnover. Lewis County also has 7. 26-20, 4:37 to go. Cooper comes across the timeline, calls his offense. Phelps still in the 2-3. Mefford guarded by Lane. He goes over to Blevins. Quickly picked up by Mercer. Ball goes into Prater. Back out to Blevins. Had Sapp in the middle, didn't see him. Comes back over to Cooper on the right wing. Mefford back over to Blevins. Looks inside, now comes back to Mefford. Back over to Blevins. He thinks about the 20-footer. Now drives, 16-footer on the way, no good. Rebound, Bud Sampson. Bud pushes the ball up the floor quickly. Splits the traffic, goes up in the air from 10 feet away, and it's good. Bud Sampson. Give Bud 8 points on the ball game. Phelps with an 8-point lead, 3:48 to go, 28-20. Prater on the left side, into Sapp, turn around from 10, no good. Bud Sampson with the rebound. Bud crossed the timeline, 3:35. Jason into Davin Casey. Davin, turn around, blocked away by Sapp. Checking in for Phelps, number 45, Daniel Lester, and number 42, Donald Furl. They'll replace Jason Sampson and Davin Casey. And we have a timeout on the floor, 3:32 to go, second quarter. Phelps calls their first timeout of the ball game, leading 28-20. Coach Mercer just wanted to give his guys a little bit of rest as they're up by 8, 28-20, with 3:22 to go. Our scoring in the second quarter for Lewis County, Chad Mefford has 3 points, 1 field goal, and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Jeff Blevins has 3 on a 3-pointer for Phelps. Daniel Lester has 2 in the quarter. Bud Sampson has 5 in the quarter, and Matt Mercer has 1 in the quarter. Again, our score 28-20. Our score at halftime, Phelps led 20-14. So they've, check out at the end of the first quarter, Phelps led 20-14. So they've extended a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter out to 8. Their biggest lead of the ball game has been 9 points. Lewis County cut it down to 2, and Phelps ran it back out to 8. So after the timeout, it'll be Phelps' ball into their basket with 3:32 to go. On the floor for Phelps, we have Lester, number 42, Farrell, number 3, Bud Sampson, 41, Steve Lane, and 21, Matt Mercer. Lewis County has their starters back on the floor. Number 22, Cooper, 23, Mafford. Bud triggers the inbounds. Daniel Lester back to Bud in the right corner. Comes out front to Steve Lane. He calls motion offense. Goes on the move left side. Matt Mercer. Matt looks to Lester inside. Now comes Bud Sampson. Into Farrell. Farrell tries to move in the paint. Has the ball knocked away. Phelps turnover their 8th unofficially. Quickly up ahead to Sapp. Up to Mafford. Beats the press easily. Mafford missed a shot. Rebound Bud Sampson, and we have a rebounding foul. I believe it's going to go on number 23, Chad Mafford. If so, that's a frustration foul. That's on Mafford, and that's his first team foul, number 7. It was a frustration foul. Mafford had the wide open layup, missed it, and then make the frustration foul going on the rebound. That'll send number 3, Bud Sampson, to the free throw line. Bud's first trip tonight. He'll shoot 1 in the bonus. 28-20. Bud could equal Phelps' biggest lead, or if successful on both, could give Phelps their biggest lead. First one's on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped around. Taken out of there by number 22, Cooper. Cooper quickly down the floor. Cooper from 21 on the right wing. Write it down. Austin Cooper, his first 3 points of the ball game. Lewis County still in the 1-2-1-1. Cross-court pass from Lane to Bud Sampson. Back to Matt Mercer. Matt has the ball knocked away by Sapp. Good defensive play that time by number 32, Jimmy Sapp. Good pressure by Lewis County. Mercer inbounds to Steve Lane. Lewis County pulls back and goes man-to-man. Lane picked up by number 23, Mafford. He goes left side, Mercer. Mercer drives, and he's fouled on the floor before the shot. Looks like it'll be on Jimmy Sapp. If so, that's his 3rd. Jimmy's 3rd foul, team foul number 8. So that'll send Matt Mercer back to the free throw line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Matt's 3 out of 4 tonight. Returning for Phelps, number 12, Jason Sampson. And for returning for Lewis County, number 20, Rusty Moore. Mercer with the bonus, first one on the way. It's good. Matt will have 1 more. 29-23, Phelps by 6, 2:35 to go. Matt eyes the basket. Second shot's on the way. Short and no good. Rebound, Daniel Lester. No one boxed out Lester that time. He went up, got the rebound wide open and put it in the hole. Ball quickly up to Moore. He leaves it back to Cooper. Nice pass into Mafford. Interior defense fell asleep by Phelps that time. As Cooper made a beautiful pass into Mafford, Phelps commits another turnover. As Lane loses the handle on the ball, Cooper picks it up, and there's a foul on the play. Go against number 41, Steve Lane, his first. Team foul number 6. 2:13, Phelps 31, Lewis County 25. Lewis County brings the ball in under their basket. Jeff Blevins will trigger the inbounds. Blevins goes in the left corner to Prater. Out to Cooper. Cross court to Mafford. Med traveled, no call. Drives the paint, 8-footer, good. Chad Mafford, give him 2 more. 31-27, 4-point lead for Phelps. Jason Sampson over to Steve Lane against the pressure. Steve splits the defense. Drives, leaves it to Jason. Fakes the 20-footer. 15-footer, left foul line, no good. Rebound, Mafford. Mafford quickly up the floor, 1:44 to go. He stops, now hesitates, goes. Leaves it to Moore. Moore from 17, no good. Rebound. Tracked down by Bud Sampson. And Bud left his feet, didn't have no place to go, and ended up turnover Phelps, their 10th unofficially. I have Phelps for 10 turnovers, Lewis County for 7. 1:33 to go. Phelps leads by 4, 31-27. Cooper controls. He goes in the middle to Blevins, and Blevins travels. He starts his move. 1:24 to go, 31-27. Phelps by 4. Mercer triggers the inbounds against the 1-2-1-1 four-court pressure of Lewis County. Comes into Sampson. Steve Lane back to Bud Sampson. Bud almost travels, no call. Shot up and no good. Rebound tracked out of there by number 20, Moore. Quickly up ahead to Mefford. Mefford works 1 against 2. Leaves it out to number 20, Moore. He finds Blevins wide open on the right side. Shot up and no good. Rebound Lester out ahead to Matt Mercer. 1 minute to go. Matt on the drive. Puts up a shot off the glass. Good. Matt Mercer with his 12th point of the ball game. They get the ball quickly up to Blevins. He leaves it to Cooper. Now in the corner to Mefford, guarded by Bud Sampson. Back to Cooper. 40 seconds to go. Ball comes over to Blevins on the right wing. He looks inside, goes to Mefford. Mefford drives, puts up a shot, no good, and he's fouled by number 21, Matt Mercer. I believe, if so, that's Matt's 2nd foul. Team foul number 7. And that'll send number 23, Chad Mefford, to the free throw line to shoot 2, where he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Mefford eyes the basket. First shot on the way, rolls around and falls through. Got the shooter's roll there, had plenty of rotation, and that's what got the shot to fall for him. He'll have 1 more, 33-28, 5-point lead. Second one's in the way, no good. Rebound tipped out, Steve Lane control, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, Bud Sampson, throws it back to Jason Sampson. Goes back to Bud in the left corner, 21-footer up, no good, and we have a foul on number 41, I believe. Steve Lane, Steve's 2nd, team foul number 8, so we're going to walk to the other end and shoot a bonus free throw. And I believe it'll be number 40, Keith Prater, I heard referee Dale Collins say. No, check that, number 20, Rusty Moore. Sampson, quickly up to Bud Sampson. And he travels with the ball. Maverick goes in for the shot, and he's fouled by Mercer. That's Matt's 3rd. 3.4 seconds to go, 33-28. Phelps leads by 5. Mefford returns to the free throw line where he'll have 2 more. Chad 2 out of 4 so far tonight. First one's good. 33-29, 3.4 seconds remaining. Mefford eyes the basket. He'll have 1 more. Shots in the air. No good. Rebound Lester. Out to Jason Sampson. Jason throws the pass off the top of the backboard as the buzzer goes off. Our score at halftime. Lewis County 29, Phelps 33. We'll be back in about 7 minutes with the first half scoring.
For their sponsorship.
unofficially, I have Lewis County for 7 turnovers. Phelps has 10 turnovers. As I say now, that's unofficial. I could have missed some. And as both teams come back out on the floor, the 45-second buzzer sounds. And under the alternating possession, it'll be Lewis County's ball to start the third quarter. On the floor for Phelps, we have Matt Mercer, Steve Lane, Bud Sampson, Jason Sampson, and Daniel Lester, the 5 starters. And on the floor for Lewis County, we have number 40, Keith Prater, 24, Jeff Blevins, 22, Austin Cooper, 23, Chad Mefford, and number 32, Jimmy Sapp. So both coaches sending out the guys with the 3 fouls here early in the third quarter. Cooper comes over to Prater, goes back to Cooper. In the right corner to Blevins. Back to Cooper. Blevins in the corner, cross court to Prater. Looks into Mefford, goes back to Cooper on the right wing. Comes back out to Mefford. Back to Cooper, 21-footer. It's up and good. Austin Cooper matches his point total of the first half. And we have a 5-second count. Phelps. Mercer couldn't get the ball inbounds quick enough. Turnover Phelps, their first of the second half, 11th of the ball game. Blevins inbound to Prater, cross court to Cooper. Mefford drives the left baseline, leaves it back to number 24, Blevins. Turnover Phelps, and Blevins takes it right back away from Jason Sampson. Cooper sets his offense. Mefford leaves it back out to Prater on the left side. Has the ball slapped away by Lane. Picked up by Sapp. He goes to Blevins, and Blevins travels with the ball. Turnover Lewis County, their second of the half. 9th of the ball game. Each team committed 2 turnovers here in the first minute of play. Jason Sampson gets it up to Steve Lane, over to Bud Sampson. Bud had the wide open 20-footer, pulls it back out, leaves it to Lane. Lewis County is still man-to-man. Lane works left side, Jason Sampson. Jason double team, goes into Daniel Lester. Shot up and good. Daniel Lester gets his 8th point of the ball game. Phelps in, looked like a 1-2-1-1 that time. Mefford from the right side, 21-footer, no good. Rebound, Bud Sampson. Bud works against Mefford. Now leaves it to Steve Lane. He's picked up by Prater. Lane works left side, Jason Sampson. Jason can't hold on to the ball. Now goes to Lester. Looks inside to Bud Sampson. Lester drives. Now leaves it to Jason. Back out the lane. Between the circles, he calls another offensive set. 35-32. Phelps by 3. 6:05 to go. Bud Sampson on the right wing. Over to Jason. Tipped by Cooper. Over to the lane. Back to Jason Sampson. Back over to Steve Lane. He sets his offense again. Works right side. Bud. Goes to Mercer in the right corner. He looks inside. Now finds Lane cutting to the basket. Back to Mercer. Fakes the 22-footer. Goes into Lester. Lester loses the ball. Turnover Phelps, their 3rd of the half, 13th of the ball game. 5:44 to go. Phelps 35, Lewis County 32. And we have a long pass down floor to Mefford. Mefford 3 against 2, leaves it over to number 32, Jimmy Sapp, and Sapp travels with the ball. Lewis County's 3rd turnover of the half, 10th of the ball game. Mercer comes into Jason Sampson. He goes back to Matt Mercer. Has the ball knocked away. Picked up by number 22, Cooper. Cooper stops. 10-footer on the way. Good. Austin Cooper for 2. Cuts the Phelps lead to 1. 35-34. 5:24 to go. Mercer throws the ball away. Trying to lead Jason Sampson. Turnover Phelps. Their 4th of the half. 14th of the ball game. And we have a technical foul. Assessed to the Leslie County bench. Technical foul has been issued against Coach Merle Kidwell. So going to the free throw line will be number 3, Bud Sampson. He'll shoot 2. First one's on the way. It's good. 36-34. 5:20 to go. Sampson's second shot is good also. Bud 2 out of 3. So after the technical, it'll be Phelps's ball, side court. 37-34. And that's also team foul number 1 in the second half. For Lewis County. Ball comes into Mercer, taken away by Blevins. Another turnover, Phelps, their 5th of the half. Into Mefford, back out to Blevins. Cooper squares up for the 21-footer, up and no good. Rebound, Bud Sampson. Bud dribbles through traffic, comes down, stops. 8-footer off the glass, good. Bud Sampson, give him 12 points in the ball game, 4 in the third quarter. Ball comes into Cooper. Phelps in the 1-2-1-1. Cooper beats the pressure on the dribble, goes to Blevins. 8-footer in the lane, no good. Rebound comes out of there to Steve Lane. Lane loses balance, gets lucky and finds Jason Sampson. He goes into Matt Mercer. Matt turns around off the glass, no good. Rebound, Sapp. He goes to Austin Cooper. Back up the floor, quickly we go. 39-34, Phelps by 5, 4:25 to go. Cooper goes to Blevins. It comes back into Cooper. Over to Prater. Prater's 21-footer on the left wing, no good. Rebound, Jason Sampson. He leaves it to Steve Lane between the circles. Lane goes to number 3, Bud Sampson. Finds Matt Mercer at the free throw line. Shot up, good. Matt Mercer, give him 14 in the ball game. His first 2 of the quarter. Ball comes into Sapp against the 1-2-1-1. Sapp beats the pressure, goes to Blevins. Works against Lester, shot up, no good. Rebound, number 23, Mefford. As he goes up for the shot, he's fouled. The foul go against number 45, Daniel Lester. Be Daniel's first foul, team foul number 1. Checking in for Phelps, number 42, Donald Farrell. Going to the free throw line will be number 23, Chad Mefford, where he was 3 out of 6. First one's on the way, it's no good. Mefford will shoot one more, 3:51 to go. Phelps by 7, 41-34. It's no good. Sapp gets the rebound, and we have a jump ball. Alternating possession goes to Phelps. 3:50 to go. Phelps could match their biggest lead of the ball game if they convert on this trip down the floor. Mercer, long cross-court pass to Steve Lane. Lane 1 against 2, or check that 3 against 2, and he converts. Phelps equals their biggest lead of the ball game, 9 points. Sapp shot up, no good. Mefford with the rebound, goes back to Sapp, up and off the glass, good. Jimmy Sapp, his first 2 points of the ball game. Ball comes into Jason Sampson, back to Matt Mercer. Bud Sampson, cross court to Steve Lane. Lane falls down, leaves it back to Jason Sampson. Now goes back to Steve. 43-36, Phelps by 7. Lane, good crossover dribble, drives the lane, shot up, no good. Sapp with the rebound, and he's fouled. Foul go against number 42, Don Farrell. Don's first foul, team foul number 2. Prater triggers the inbounds. He goes to Blevins, quickly double team, up to Cooper. 3 against 2. Cooper goes to Sapp, working against Farrell. Tried to throw it back out to Blevins, taken away by Steve Lane. Lewis County turnover, their 4th of the third quarter. 11th of the ball game. Lane works to Jason Sampson. Lob into Matt Mercer. Shot up and no good. Tried to draw the foul. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Matt Mercer give him 16 in the ball game. Quickly up to Cooper. Cooper works 3-3, now pulls it back out. Phelps in a 1-2-2 zone. Lewis County going 1-3-1 offense, looks like. Goes into Mefford, shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, up again, no good. Rebound tipped around, Blevins comes away with it. Dribbles it off somebody's foot, taken away in there by Lane. Turnover Lewis County, their 5th of the quarter. Nice pass over to Farrell, shot up, no good. Blevins with the rebound. He leaves it to Mefford. 21-footer on the right side, no good. Rebound taken in out there by Blevins, shot up and in. Jeff Blevins with his 10th point of the ball game. Jason Sampson up to Steve Lane. He has Farrell over to Bud Sampson. Nice pass, nice ball movement. Bud Sampson gets the basket, gives the assist to Donald Farrell. And on the pressure, ball knocked away by Jason Sampson. Checking in for Phelps, number 23, James Dotson. In for Lewis County, number 20, Wes Moore. Also number 42, Steve Blankenship. And returning for Phelps, number 45, Daniel Lester. He'll give Mercer a break. 47-38, Phelps' biggest lead of the ball game. 9 points. Mafford comes over to the Blankenship. Blankenship looks inside. Now goes to Blevins. Back to Mafford. Quickly back to Blevins. He fakes the 20-footer. Over to Blankenship from 21 on the left wing. Good. Steve Blankenship for 3. Sampson up ahead to Lester. Lester and Farrell, 2 against 2. Lester goes in for the shot, and he commits the offensive foul. That's his second of the half. Team foul number 3. Lester never let up. All he had to do was stop and go up off the glass that time. 47-41. Phelps by 6. 1:13 to go, third quarter. On the floor for Phelps, we have James Dotson. 42, Don Farrell. 45, Daniel Lester. 3, Bud Sampson, and number 12, Jason Sampson. Phelps in a 1-3-1 zone defense this time. Mafford picks his dribble up. Now goes to Blevins, back to Mafford. Leaves it out to Blankenship. Blankenship drives. Goes on the baseline to number 20, Wes Moore. Out to Mafford, he drives. Leaves it to Blevins. He goes into Moore, shot up. No good, and Moore is fouled. Foul going number 45, Daniel Lester, his third. Team foul number 4. Daniel's picked all 3 of his up here in the third quarter. Going to the free throw line will be number 20, Wes Moore, to shoot 2. First one's on the way, it's good. Checking in for Phelps, number 24, Davin Casey. He'll replace Lester. 49.6 seconds to go, 47-42, Phelps by 5. Moore could cut it to a 4-point ball game if successful here. Second one's on the way, rolls around, no good. Lane violation against Phelps. Someone moved or stepped in the lane too early. So Wes Moore will have one more shot. Moore takes his dribbles, eyes the basket. Shots up in the air. It's no good. Rebound tipped out of there. Last touch by number 42, Donnie Farrell. Lewis County's ball under their basket. 47 seconds to go. Blevins inbound to the Blankenship. Over to Mafford. Mafford looks, now comes back to Blevins, left side, cross court to Blankenship. Looks inside to Prater. Comes back to Mafford. Over to Blevins, 21-footer on the left baseline, no good. Casey with the rebound. He leaves it to Dotson. Dotson walks it down. 26 seconds to go. Goes to Jason Sampson. Lobs into Farrell, turnover Phelps. Their 16th of the ball game, 6th of the quarter. 18.7, 47-42. Mafford walks the ball up. Lewis County be contented to go for the last shot here. Leading by 5. Mafford goes in the corner to Blevins. Cross court to Blankenship. Wide open from 20. Good. Blankenship. Steve Blankenship. 2 big 3-pointers here late in the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, we have Lewis County 45, Phelps 47. High scoring for Lewis County. Austin Cooper had 5 in the quarter, giving him a total of 8 for the ball game. Chad Mafford, who scorched the nets for 16 points in the first half, was shut out here in the third quarter. He went to the free throw line for 2 shots, both of them unsuccessful. Jimmy Sapp has 2 points, a total of 2 for the ball game. Jeff Blevins has 2 points, a total of 10 for the ball game. Wes Moore has 1 point. And Steve Blankenship comes off the bench and hits 2 big threes here late in the third quarter for his 6 points in the ball game. For Phelps, Steve Lane got 2 in the quarter to give him 6 in the ball game. Jason Sampson failed to score. Daniel Lester has 2, give him 8 for the ball game. Bud Sampson has 6, give him 14 for the ball game. Matt Mercer has 16. 4 in the quarter, give him 16 for the ball game. Checking back in for Phelps will be Lester and Mercer. So it'll be Phelps as starters. Lewis County's ball in the alternating possession. They could tie it up or take the lead. Blevins in the corner, looks inside, now comes back out to Medford. Blankenship into Prater, over to Blankenship, or check that, over to Westmore. He loses the handle, ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Phelps. 47-45, Phelps with a slim 2-point lead. Lewis County with the ball into their basket. Deep outside to number 40, Prater. Over to Blankenship. Into Blevins, back to Blankenship, cross court to Medford. Prater over to Blankenship, or check at Blevins. Finds Prater cutting through the glass, tries to pass to number 20, Moore. Throws it away. Turnover Lewis County, their 6th of the second half, 13th of the ball game. Mercer triggers the inbounds, finds Steve Lane. Lewis County in a man-to-man. Lane working against Prater. Prater takes the ball away from him. Goes in for the shot and no good. Rebound tipped up on the glass. Medford takes it out of there, loses the handle. Prater. And as he fights for the rebound, he travels. No basket, 7:16 to go. Phelps by 2. Mercer quickly into Bud Sampson. Bud down the floor, tries to pass to Lester, taken away. Phelps' 8th turnover of the half, 18th of the ball game. Medford over to Blankenship, back to Medford. He thinks about the 20. Over to Blevins, back to Medford. Back to Blevins. On the right corner, back to Medford. Blankenship goes back to Medford between the circles. He goes to Blevins. Blevins looks in the corner, finds Medford. 18-footer up, no good. Rebound Lester, and we have a rebounding foul. I believe it's going to go against number 40, Keith Prater. Prater's first foul, team foul number 2. Checking in for Lewis County, number 32, Jimmy Sapp. Mercer inbounds to Jason Sampson, up ahead to Steve Lane. Over to Daniel Lester, shot up, blocked by Sapp. Lester gets his own rebound, goes up again, and he's fouled by number 42, Steve Blankenship. That'll be Blankenship's first foul. Check that. Be against number 32, Jimmy Sapp, his 4th, team foul number 3. Lester will go to the free throw line. He's 2 of 2 early in the first quarter. Daniel made his first 2 attempts. First one's off the back rim, no good. He'll have one more. 6:36 to go. Phelps with a 2-point lead, 47-45. Lester, one more, shots on the way. It's good. Phelps with a 3-point lead, 48-45. Prater quickly up floor to Blevins. Blevins pulls it out, working against Sampson. Now goes back to Prater, back to Blevins. 20-footer in the right baseline, good. Jeff Blevins, give him 13 in the ball game, and we have our second tie of the ball game, 48-48. Jason Sampson pushes the ball down to Lester. Nice move, Daniel Lester up off the glass, then good. Daniel with his 11th point of the ball game. Medford back to Prater, up ahead to Blankenship, almost lost the handle, tracked it down. 22-footer left wing, no good. And we have a foul on the rebound, go against number 32, Jimmy Sapp. It's so, that's his 5th. That's Sapp's 5th foul. Team foul number 4. So Jimmy Sapp checks out of the ball game with 2 points. 5:58 to go. Returning for Lewis County, number 20, Wes Moore. Mercer, long pass down to Bud Sampson. Bud stops, puts a shot up, no good, off balance. Rebound Medford. Phelps with a 2-point lead, 50-48. Blevins goes to Medford in the right corner. Back to Blevins. Over to Blankenship, left wing, back to Blevins. Blevins drives, leaves it to Blankenship, looks inside, cross court pass. Medford shot up, good. Medford from 22 feet on the right side. His first points of the half, our 4th lead change of the ball game. Ball comes into Jason Sampson. He goes to Daniel Lester into Bud Sampson. Shot up, and he's hammered by number 42, Steve Blankenship. That'll be Steve's first foul. Team foul number 5. Going to the free throw line will be number 3, Bud Sampson. He'll shoot 2. Bud 2 out of 3 on the night from the free throw line. Trailing 51-50. So Bud could regain the lead for the Hornets if successful here. First shot's on the way. No good. You can tell both teams starting to get tired when your free throws don't fall. Second one's on the way. It's good. We have our third tie of the ball game. 51-51. Quickly up to Blevins. He drives against Lester. Shot up and no good. Rebound Bud Sampson. Bud leaves it to Steve Lane. 5:10 to go. 51-51. Lane goes to Bud Sampson on the right side. Bud looks inside to Lester. Turn around from 8. No good. Rebound number 24, Blevins. Quickly back up the floor. Lewis County on the attack. Has the ball knocked away by Sampson and he's fouled. Bud Sampson picks up his second foul. Team foul number 5. Timeout Lewis County. They call their third timeout. They have one left. Four minutes, 53 seconds to go. Lewis County calls their third timeout. Scoring for Lewis County here in the fourth quarter. Chad Medford has 3 points after being shut out in the third quarter, a total of 19 for the ball game. Jeff Blevins a big 3-pointer. And for Phelps, Daniel Lester has 3 points. Bud Sampson has 1. Again, our score is tied up, 51-51, with 4:53 to go. Lewis County has 1 timeout remaining with 4:53 to go. Phelps still has 3. After the timeout, it'll be Lewis County's ball on the side court in front of their basket. On the floor for Lewis County, we have number 24, Jeff Blevins, number 23, Chad Medford, number 40, Keith Prater, number 20, Wes Moore, number 42, Steve Blankenship. Ball comes into Prater. He works between the circles. Goes to Blevins on the right side. Comes out to Blankenship between the circles. Nice pass into Medford. Shots up, it's good, and he's fouled. Foul go against number 45, Daniel Lester. That's his 4th. Team foul number 6. Going to the line will be Medford. 3 out of 8 so far tonight. Make it 4 out of 9. Our 5th lead change. Lewis County has a 3-point lead. Jason Sampson works against Prater. Goes to the double team. The ball's kicked. Picked up by Jason Sampson. 23-footer, no good. Rebound, Matt Mercer. He goes up, shot's good, and he's fouled. Foul go against number 24. Jeff Blevins, I believe. Second foul, team foul number 6. Mercer scores the basket, his first of the fourth quarter, give him 18 on the ball game. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1. Where he was 4 out of 6 in the first half. His first trip here in the second half. Matt eyes the basket. First shot, it's good. And our 4th tie of the ball game, 54-54. Prater quickly up to Blevins. Blevins drives, finds Blankenship cutting through the lane. Shot up and good. Steve Blankenship give him 8 points on the ball game. Matt Mercer goes into Jason Sampson, taken away by Blankenship. He steps on the line. Good hustle by Steve Blankenship. He comes off the bench, scores 8 big points here in the second half and plays some tenacious defense for Coach Merle Kidwell. Ball comes into Jason Sampson. Jason dribbles through the pressure. Finds Steve Lane. Lane through the middle. has the ball knocked away by number 23, Medford. And we have a foul on Jason Sampson, I believe. That's Jason's second foul, team foul number 7. So we're going to go to the other end to shoot 1 in a bonus. Chad Medford will shoot 1 in a bonus.
Number 1 shooting 1 in the bonus for the Lions is number 23, Chad Medford.
Chad 4 out of 9 so far tonight. First one's on the way, short. Rebound, Steve Lane. He goes to Matt Mercer, gives it back to Steve. Steve on the drive, dribbles the ball off Prater's foot. Goes into Donnie Farrell. Farrell from 6 feet on the left baseline, no good. Rebound, Medford. Quickly up to Prater, cross court, Blevins wide open, 21-footer on the right side, good. Jeff Blevins, give him 16 in the ball game, his second three-pointer here, 59-54. Lewis County's biggest lead of the ball game, 5 points. Jason goes to Bud Sampson. Bud on the drive, puts up a shot, no good, and he's called for the offensive foul. Bud's third foul. It's a non-shooting foul because it's player control. And we have a timeout on the floor. Phelps with 3:23 to go. Phelps calls our second timeout. 59-54, Lewis County by 5. Big turnaround here in the fourth quarter due to the three-point shooting of Chad Medford and Jeff Blevins. Blevins has hit 2 big three-pointers. Medford 1. And Phelps has scored 7 points. 3 of them come from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. After leading by 2 at the end of the third quarter. Lewis County has scored 14 to take a commanding 59-54 lead with 3:23 to go in the ball game. Phelps is down by 5. Coach Mercer is really giving these guys a good pep talk in the huddle, asking them how bad they want it. It's up to them now to see how bad they really want this ball game. They've let a 9-point lead slip away into a 5-point deficit. They come out full court man-to-man pressure. Prater triggers the inbounds. He comes to Medford. He's guarded by Lane, and immediately Lane fouls him. Steve's third foul. Team foul number 9. So we're going to go to the free throw line. Chad Medford's going to shoot 1 in the bonus. He was unsuccessful his last trip on the front end of a bonus.
Shooting 1 in the bonus.
4 out of 10 so far, and he has 1 in the bonus. Medford's first shot's on the way. Good. You can tell that one when it left his hand, it was going through. Good follow through, good rotation. 60-54. Lewis County's a 6-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Second shot's on the way. It's good also. Medford improves to 50%, 6-12. Jason Sampson comes to Matt Mercer. Back to Jason, over to Steve Lane. 3:13 to go. 61-54. Lewis County 7-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Bud Sampson on the right wing. Farrell goes back to Bud. Bud looks inside, now goes to Steve Lane. Matt Mercer flashes the middle, they don't get it to him. Jason Sampson goes in, looks into Farrell, goes to Farrell. Farrell, nice head fake, shot up, no good. Rebound, Blevins. Jeff Blevins with the rebound. He pushes the ball up the floor, now pulls it back out. They're going to run a little clock. 61-54 lead. Lewis County decides they're going to run a little clock. Prater goes to Blevins. Wide open Blankenship, shot up, it's good, and he's fouled. Steve Blankenship, give him 10 points all here in the second half. The foul should go against number 12, and it does. Jason Sampson, Jason's third foul. So Blankenship will go to the free throw line to shoot 1. His first trip tonight. 63-54, 9-point lead. Steve could give him a 10 if it makes it. No good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Matt Mercer. Lewis County with a 9-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Lane over to Bud Sampson, up off the glass and good. Prater triggers the inbounds. He goes to Medford, guarded by Lane. Medford on the dribble. Beats the pressure easily. Now leaves it to number 24, Blevins. Blevins on the drive, has the ball knocked away by Mercer, picks it back up, goes to Prater between the circles. Blankenship, guarded by Jason Sampson. And he hits Blevins in the back of the head. Blevins cut through wide open, turned his back to the ball. Lane loses the ball, turnover Phelps. Their 19th of the ball game. Blankenship has the ball taken away by Jason Sampson. Turnovers all over the place, starting to get sloppy. Sampson has Lester under the basket, now gets it to him. And Phelps calls a timeout, 1:33 to go, their third. 1:33 to go, fourth quarter. Phelps calls their third timeout, trailing 63-56, a 7-point deficit. Each team has had a lead of 9 points here in the ball game. Phelps had a 9-point lead in the first half and the second half. Lewis County, their biggest lead in the first half was 4. They've extended out to a 9-point lead at one time here in the second half. We've had 4 ties, 5 lead changes. Unofficially, I have Phelps for 19 turnovers and Lewis County for 17 turnovers. Again, the big story here in the fourth quarter, and especially for Lewis County in the second half, has been number 42, Steve Blankenship, who's come off the bench for Coach Merle Kidwell to throw in 10 big points, 2 big three-pointers in the third quarter to close a 9-point gap. 4 points here in the fourth quarter. And number 23, Chad Medford, and number 24, Jeff Blevins. Both Blevins has hit 2 big three-pointers here in the fourth quarter. Medford has hit 1, and he's 3 out of 4 from a free throw line. So after the timeout, Phelps triggers the ball under their basket. Bud will throw it inbound. Comes into Daniel Lester. He looks at the three-pointer. Goes back to Steve Lane. Almost drug the pivot foot. Goes back to Jason Sampson. Lester on the left baseline. Got Mercer on the box. Mercer with the turnaround. Shot blocked out of there by number 42, Steve Blankenship. Again, Blankenship with a good, tough defense. Ball comes into Lester, knocked away by Blevins, picked up by Prater. Prater on the move. Cross court over to Medford. 1:10 to go, 56-63, 7-point lead by Lewis County. Medford has the ball knocked away by number 12, Jason Sampson. Jeff Blevins triggers the inbounds for Lewis County. Returning for Lewis County, number 22, Austin Cooper. And he'll replace number 20, Wes Moore. Blevins comes into number 23, Medford. Medford works right side, guarded by Lane. Comes out to Cooper. Lewis County going to make Phelps foul. Go to Blevins. He pulls it back out, and Blevins travels. First points of the half. 38 seconds, 50-63, and we have a foul. Looks like it's going to go on number 3, Bud Sampson. And that'll be Bud's 4th foul. So going to the free throw line will be number 42, Steve Blankenship. He'll shoot 1 in the bonus. Steve was unsuccessful his last trip to the free throw line, his only trip of the night. 37.2 seconds to go. 4-point lead, 63-59. Pressure's on Blankenship. First shot's on the way. Good. Blankenship has answered the call for Coach Merle Kidwell here tonight. Returning number 20, Wes Moore, replacing number 22, Austin Cooper. Blankenship's second free throw is on the way, and it's good also. 65-59. 35 seconds to go. Jason Sampson looks for the three. Now goes Steve Lane. He drives, puts up a shot off the glass, short, rebound, Blevins. It's pulled out there. Blevins gets it up to Mefford, and Mefford's fouled by number 21, Matt Mercer. Matt's fourth foul, so that'll send Mefford back to the free throw line to shoot one in the bonus. He was successful to the last trip on the night. He's 6 out of 12. And Steve Blankenship comes out of the ball game and gets a nice round of applause from the Lewis County fans. That's Cooper checks in. Also, number 5, Benny McGlone checks in. 22 seconds to go. Mefford will have one in the bonus. First shot's on the way. Good. Mefford will have one more. 66-59, 67-59, 8-point lead as Mefford connects. Bud Sampson quickly down floor, 23-footer, no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up off the glass, no good. Rebound Mefford. 10 seconds, it's all academic, and there's a foul on Sampson. 7.9 seconds, 67-59. Jason's fourth foul, and that'll send Mefford back to the free throw line. He's missed one front end here in the fourth quarter, and he's 4 out of 5 on a bonus situation. First one's up, no good. And we have a rebounding foul over the back on number 20, Wes Moore. That's Wes's first foul. Team foul number 7. So we're going to go to the other end and shoot one in the bonus in the person of number 3, Bud Sampson. Bud to shoot one in the bonus. .8 seconds to go. Bud's first shot's up, no good. Rebound Blevins. Blevins just dribbles through traffic. No need to foul now. It's all academic. And our final score, Lewis County 67, Phelps 59. Be back just in a moment with final scoring here in the first ball game. Again, our first score of the first ball game, Lewis County 67, Phelps 59. And Coach Merle Kidwell definitely has to be pleased with the play of number 42, Steve Blankenship, as he comes off the bench for 12 big points. 12 big points and plays a whale of a defensive game. We'll be back in momentarily with final scoring here in the first ball game. Now scoring here in the first game, first for the victors, the Lewis County Lions. Austin Cooper finished the ball game with 8 points. Chad Mefford finished the ball game with 26 points. Jimmy Sapp finished the ball game with 2 points. Jeff Blevins had 16. Keith Prater 2. Wes Moore came off the bench to score 1. And Steve Blankenship, the big lift in the second half, off the bench to score 12. For Phelps, they were led with Matt Mercer with 19. Bud Sampson had 17. Daniel Lester contributed 11. Both Steve Lane and Jason Sampson contributed 6 apiece. Phelps drops their record to 4-6 on the young season. And Lewis County improves to 6-2. So tomorrow night, Lewis County will play Bourbon County in our first game, or check that. Phelps will play Bourbon County in our first game. Lewis County will play the Belfrey Pirates in the second game, as it's a round-robin tournament this year. So, signing off in our first game for Freddie Stewart, this is Robert Vipperman saying good night, everyone.
Closer attention to our traffic.